All good? Nice one, bro. Thank you so much.
Send this to a friend.
Yeah, man. How you feeling?
Good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Exhausted, dude.
I hear that, man. I hear that.
I'll just send this to a friend.
When did you get here?
Huh?
When did you get here?
Sunday.
London? Sunday?
Yeah, and I'm leaving on Monday.
And you're leaving on Monday, so a
Yeah.
quick week, in and out.
1 week, man.
And you're coming from US, right?
Yeah, I was in the US and then Barcelona transit here.
Did you have to transit because of COVID or just?
No.
Okay.
Some of our teammates were there, so
Okay.
just meeting up.
Oh yeah, you spoke about your developer
Nico.
that's there.
Yeah. So I was with him.
Yeah. Okay. Has he recently moved? He recently moved out. You said,
Yeah.
innit? Okay.
Yeah.
Dope.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad to have you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for being here, man. It's a pleasure. You know, we met I think a year ago or so, maybe. Yeah.
Clubhouse.
Online. Clubhouse, and then obviously Nala.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Before Clubhouse died. Now.
Yeah, but to be fair, I see people still on there now and again.
Yeah,
I
I
see
haven't
people
been
still
on there like in a month and a half, or 2 months, 3 months.
Yeah. Okay.
I'll come back. I'll make a comeback.
Yeah. No, but it's just another part of networking on social media, isn't it?
Yeah.
But I'm glad to have you here, man.
Yeah.
You know.
Wait,
podcast.
are we live yet?
Well, we're in.
Oh, we're in.
Yeah, come on, bro.
Oh, my bad.
No,
Okay.
no, we're good.
Okay, cool,
No. It's just
Yeah.
conversation, innit? We're just chatting, innit? We're just chatting. So, yeah, man. Welcome to London. I mean, you've been here. How many times have you been here before?
Wow.
Countless.
No, I mean, like in the last 2 years, maybe 3 times. Yeah. 3 times the last 2 years. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how was that during COVID times? Like,
I was horrible, man. I've been sent back twice.
no way.
Yeah.
What do you mean? You get here and they go?
Yeah, no, I got through Uganda to come here, and then I was sent back because they're like, "Oh, your country's red listed." But I spent like a certain amount. I spent 16 days in Uganda to come here, and they said you can't use Uganda as a bus stop for your transit. I was like,
So
wow.
they clocked you were coming from Tanzania?
Yeah.
Oh,
and then I
shit.
tried through Amsterdam, and then I was sent back. And then recently, I was trying to get to the States through Doha, and I was sent back.
Wow.
So this year's been horrible for flights, man.
Wow.
Yeah.
So that's what happened in the last 18, 12
The
months?
last maybe 7 months, yeah.
No way.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's intense, man.
It's annoying. It's really
It
frustrating.
is.
Yeah.
I can imagine.
Yeah.
It is. I can imagine. I mean, it's been a pretty crazy 18 months, 2 years anyway. So, how
Yeah.
you been holding up?
Pretty good, actually. I'm excited. I think the support we've received from the people here in the UK has been incredible. So that really inspires us to do the work that we do. Yeah.
Okay. Now, speaking of the work you do,
Yeah.
let's get into that, man. You know, Benjamin Fernandes. People see you online. People might know your name.
Yeah.
You know. So who are you? Who's the man behind the name?
I just love. I'm trying to make the world a better place through
Right.
technology. Is really what I'm trying to do. Through payments, it's a passion I have. And trying to reduce the cost for people to send money home right now. But build a bank for Africans globally is the big picture.
Damn, it's a big picture. That's a big picture. Okay, so obviously Nala is your baby.
Yeah.
You know, and how did that come about?
So quick backstory. So
Yeah.
I'm Tanzanian. I grew up in Tanzania.
Yeah.
Naongea Kiswahili, Kiingereza.
Ongea yote.
Sapsan, yeah.
Yeah, that's the only thing you guys have of Africans. You're Swahili.
I mean, we got better music too, but we'll
get into that. We'll get into that.
Okay. So I grew up in Tanzania. When I was 17, I moved to America. I got a scholarship to go to school there.
Nice.
And then I started a career in television. So I used to be a TV host in Tanzania. Started at 17. I used to be hosting TV shows here and there. And then got involved in payments when I was 19, when we were trying to enable people to pay for M-Pesa TV subscriptions.
19?
Yeah.
Damn.
Through mobile money.
Okay.
And so, a team and I got involved in that. And that was my first exposure to mobile money and mobile payments.
Wow.
And like I was like, wow, back then it was like one transaction a month, if that. Now it's like billions of shillings moving a day. And so that was my first exposure to payments. I didn't really realize how big it would be or like what part of my career it would get into. And then when I finished undergrad, I moved back home, which is a topic we should discuss. And continued my career in television, and then I moved to the States for grad school. Then I moved back to start Nala. For example, for undergrad and grad school, I was also on scholarship as well. And so I always felt privileged, and I was given opportunities that many people who from Tanzania or East Africa or Africa in general would never get, right? And so there's always this element of figuring out how I can contribute back to the continent. I think many people, when you go broader, the diaspora community, you're always trying to figure out, okay, how can I still stay connected? How can I? And you get told the same 3 things: go home when you're ready, go home when you have enough money, go home when you have enough experience. But how much is enough money? When are you
how do
ready?
you measure that?
Yeah, and like when is enough experience, right? And so I bought one way ticket home, started working on Nala.
Wow. So I'm out.
Yeah, I'm out. Yeah, it was hard, man. It was because like even for me, so I went to Stanford for business school, and I think in my class we had 11 Africans, and I was the only one who moved back right after business school. As everybody stays in the States, like gets a good job there, and works
Get a
there.
bit of experience.
Yeah. So with all respect to them, like really really smart, incredible group of people. And I just moved back into my mom's house. Back, you gotta have that good East African pilau and the free rent, bro. So moved back home. It was kind of hard, but it was quite a transition. And started working on Nala. It was really really tough the first year getting started, just because if you're transitioning back, people are like, oh, you're not African, you've got this accent, blah blah blah. And I think that becomes tough. It gets really frustrating. But I think. If you want to start a company and you don't have thick skin, you shouldn't start a company.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
And started hustling about, and like with Nala, it was just like a lot of consecutive user interviews, asking me about pain points about financial services, and really try to double down into that, and that's how we got started.
Wow, that's amazing. So like not even African startups in general.
Yeah,
it's a lot of work. It's painstaking work, isn't it?
Yeah,
like
massive.
Especially fintech work.
Yeah.
I don't know much about it, but from what I've read and from what I've seen from people that work in those industries, it's hard to like have that work-life balance. It's hard to have time for yourself, especially as a founder as well.
Yeah.
How do you like manage that? How do you balance that?
It is tough. I mean, like my team is consistently telling me to take time off because, as you said, it's your baby, right? And so you want to see your baby succeed. You wake up in the morning, you're thinking about it. Right before you go into bed, you're thinking about it.
In your sleep, you're thinking about it.
And like, what if we did this or what if we did that? And it does keep you up at night. It gets, you want to really drive. And, I have respect for every single founder I meet because I know the hustle and ambition it takes. I know I especially if you're building a tech company in Africa, I have even more respect for you because like there's a lot of stuff that pops up like that you don't deal with in America, and in Europe, and regulation.
Systems aren't set up the same.
Yeah, and like people, just if they see you, like there's assumptions that like, oh yeah, this person is like, someone like is backed by who so and so, and like so people really come after you, and it becomes really tough because a lot of African regulators as well don't maybe understand how venture capital works, and so it's like you lose money for several years before you make money. Like how would you lose money? Why are you losing money?
It's a business. You're meant to make money.
Yeah, exactly. So I mean that's been tough. But yeah, I mean like the building part, like getting time for yourself is really important. It's super critical. So for me, like I do certain things, like nowadays I spend time just walking by myself outside, like 20-30 minutes. I try to do that a day.
That's important.
Since I'm praying, asking God for wisdom,
right.
And so I mean it's super critical because it can be really really draining on your mental health.
That's what I was gonna ask next about, like, because obviously we've had mental health month or week, I believe, and there's things that as guys we don't really talk about, what I mean, especially when it comes to work-life balance and like you guys, you're meant to just work, get your job done, do what you need to do, what I mean. But I think it's important to have those things where you have time alone, you kind of self-reflect, and you think about yourself and your mental health, and that's important. That's dope, man. It's good to hear that, man. So like going back to startups in Africa, what are the kind of things you didn't expect, or the bumps in the roads that you found that have kind of...
Man, I list like hundreds. Well, I'll list a few examples. So like you get called, for example, to the central bank, and like it's like you and there's like maybe 9 older men, like late 50s,
and they're already judging
you
as soon as you walk in.
Yeah, as soon as you walk in. And I don't even really dress up nowadays. I used to wear t-shirts and like jeans and stuff, but like
I come as I am.
But when I go there I wear a suit and stuff because you have to like show up that way, because like that's, if you don't wear a suit then you're not like respecting them, and like whatever. So I'm like, all right, cool. So you go there and they're like, you young people, you think you guys know technology, and like there's this massive assumption, right? And the challenge you have faced is when a lot of people don't understand how technology works, they get really defensive really fast, and so when they get defensive they try to put new rules and layers to like block, and I'm like, no, let's have a conversation, let me explain to you how this works. And so you see that with many central banks across the African continent. It's more of like let's over-regulate before we try to understand, which I know every central bank should regulate as much as possible as they can. But then when it's the defensive mindset is the starting point versus like, all right, let's sit down on the same table, let's hear each other out. Which many people say they do, but the reality isn't the case.
We took a ground and different.
Yeah, I mean, you get a letter sent to you saying like, you're doing this. I'm like, actually, we're not doing that. And it's completely incorrect. And so it is frustrating as a founder to try to succeed that way. You also have other things like, let's say you applied like to get something done, and like it's just like, 2 to 3 months waiting, 4 months waiting, 5 months waiting. I'm like, like you're a startup.
Something that should just be
and then you realize your friend who applied just because their uncle is the who works there, like they get approved within like a week, right? And you're just like, so things like that can be really, really frustrating with building on the continent. No, but otherwise, like I was full of gratitude, man. Fundraising also hard, especially on the continent. People have this, they call it the Africa discount or the Africa tax,
right?
Which is annoying because you get lowballed consistently. Which is it's a whole separate topic we should discuss as well. Like on what the landscape looks like.
Especially like with VC, a lot of VCs are coming in now. They are starting to see potential, which is bad because the potential is not like, it's more than potential now. It's so much further than that. How is that landscape? Because obviously I think from what I've seen and read, VCs have been afraid of Africa for a long time. Or they've been cautious about Africa, let's say, for a long time. So venture capital, how does it work, first of all? A
venture capitalist is basically like, somebody who raises funds from limited partners and is investing in technology companies with hope that the value of the company increases. And they
is it strictly technology or mainly?
Primarily, like a large majority are like technology, but you can see like people investing into like environmental, like solutions and things like that. But like the ones that I know really well are definitely more technology.
Okay, cool.
So we see that across the industry, and obviously they need a return, they need an output, they need something, business. And so when they invest in you, they're investing in what you're working on, the product, the traction, the team that you have, and with the hope that at some point they'll be able to take that and exit, from their investment into you guys as a company. And so with Africa, here's an example I'll share with you. This happens all the time to African tech companies. When you start building locally, you start to reach out to local VCs. You start pitching them about what you're working on. You show them your traction. Some of them maybe don't pay attention, or maybe they'll offer you money, but at like a very low valuation. So we were offered like $50,000 at like a $250,000 valuation, which is crazy because like we had quite a bit of traction. Then you get into Y Combinator, which is like one of the hardest accelerator programs in the world to get into.
Right.
And then you get into YC, and all of a sudden, all those African VCs who were ignoring you or not paying attention to you, like,
now.
oh, yo, Benji, I've always believed in you. And like you get like, oh, hey, like you send them a cold email like 2 years ago, and like they never responded. And like, oh, hey, sorry, just saw this. It was in my spam.
Yeah, of course.
And like, hey, can you give me a discount before you go on stage at Y Combinator so I can invest at a lower price?
What is Y Combinator? I see it all the time. Is it like a program? Is it like a thing?
Yes, it's like a 3-month program essentially. So it's quite a prestigious accelerator program. So essentially from Y Combinator you have companies like Stripe came up from Y Combinator, Dropbox, Airbnb, Go Cardless, all these like Brex, Deal.
Mostly tech, I guess.
Yeah. And more like all tech, all tech companies. So like services people use today are Y Combinator companies.
So you guys got accepted into my guy. I love that.
Yeah, so it was a hard program to get in. There's like 1.6% acceptance rate.
Wow.
Globally. It's
from the people that apply.
It's harder to get into there than it is to get into Stanford and Harvard put together.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. So I guess, I mean, the output, it does speak for itself though anyway.
Yeah. So like when you go there, like you go through this program, like you really try to accelerate your company, and you go on stage in front of like 2,000 investors and you pitch, and people come to like invest in your company. And so it's a unique experience.
Right.
It's something that's very, very special.
Right.
But like my point was when you see African companies get into YC, then all the local not all, but like many local African VCs like, oh yeah, hey, like can I get in at a discount? And like that becomes frustrating because and I don't blame them because there is also less risk capital available. Because remember, when you start a VC fund, you have to go and raise from LPs.
Other people.
Exactly.
Okay, so you're like a middleman.
Yeah. So like let's say if I own a VC fund and you own a tech company, I still have to go and hustle to sell the dream that I'm gonna make 10x or 100x return on investing into technology.
Right.
So I have to go to like wealthy African families and so on. Like, and you know this traditionally, a lot of wealthy African families would rather invest into land, farming,
shopping
whatever.
malls.
Yeah, like exactly, shopping malls or whatever.
High-rise
buildings versus like software because they can't see it, right? Because like, it's intangible versus like a tangible asset. And so as a VC, you'd have to go and convince them to give you money in order for you to invest into like David or Irene or whoever. And so Irene will return that money. And so when a lot of those wealthy families don't see the value or return on, you know, investing. So that means I, as maybe a VC, I only raise, let's say, $1 million.
Yeah.
So I've raised $1 million.
There's only so much you can do with that.
It's so limited, right? So when people are writing like 500K checks, like I can only write 2 500K checks. So I really have to be very picky about who I'm giving money to. So I don't blame the VCs traditionally. Like I see their point of why it's hard for them. But it also is hard for the founder as well, because the founder's like, hey, I want African VCs on my cap table, but if African VCs are giving you the low price, then it's like, you know, which success route do you play?
Where do you find that
exactly?
balance?
Balance is difficult.
Wow. But I mean, I've seen like the numbers are slowly going up and like how much money is being invested, and you know, like obviously there was that Nigerian company that was bought out the other day. Paystack. Yeah. You know, there's so much money that's being invested now that it's slowly growing, I believe, and I hope it's looking positive. What do you think?
100%. I think it's gonna, like, I think where
the
Africa,
landscape is looking good.
Very, very good. I think where Africa is today is where Latin America was 3 years ago, 4 years ago, or where Asia, it was like Southeast Asia was like 5 years ago. And so, for example, this year so far, $3.1 billion has been invested into software tech companies on the continent.
I remember they cracked $1 billion just recently. Less than 3 years ago, maybe 2 years.
Yeah, exactly. And now it's $3 billion, and we're in October.
Wow. That's amazing. So okay, that's dope. All right, let's calm it down a bit. I'm gonna give you some quick fire questions. Just a little quick one. Have a little fun. And then we'll get back into we'll talk about Nala a bit more. Yeah. All right, cool. Favorite food?
Ooh.
We'll start on food. I know you like food as well. You're a food guy, so
pineapple chicken.
Yeah,
from Indonesia or Malaysia, man. Those.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like new.
Pineapple chicken.
Yeah.
So is that chicken
rice,
in the pineapple itself?
Yes, to make a pineapple bowl.
Yeah, I think I've seen that online.
Yeah, exactly. It's fire, man. Yeah. It's kind of, people find it weird, like, but I'm like, yo, that thing's fire.
It's like sweet and sour kind of, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
So do they mix it with any
like
kind of chili
curries as well?
Yeah.
So like, you might have like fried rice, chicken, and like it's all in a pineapple plate.
Oof.
And then like
vibes.
Vibes. Yeah.
All right, cool. Favorite TV show?
Oh man, I don't watch TV much.
Or all time, or something that you've watched a long time ago, or even film, to be fair.
TV, actually, Silicon Valley is a pretty good.
Silicon Valley?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's on HBO. But you know, because it's very accurate to kind of like a lot of the
what it is. What it is in Silicon Valley.
Yeah.
Okay.
I like the first few seasons. The seasons later on, I'm like, meh.
Yeah, it's not that.
This ain't it.
Favorite album?
Ooh, this is a good one.
You a music guy?
I love music. I listen to all kinds of music. Favorite album?
It could be like in the past year, all time.
I think the greatest rapper of all time is Eminem.
Really?
Yeah.
That's the boat that's the ship you're gonna die on. Yeah. That's.
I think. And I think African music is really taking over. Like, I think the challenge with albums is like a lot of African artists release singles, right? And so you don't hear as many albums coming out nowadays. I think artists that I think will do really, really well in the future, like on the continent, like Shoma Josie from South Africa. I mean,
she embodies, I think, that Pan-Africanness.
Exactly.
Like she's South African, yes, but she speaks Swahili.
Yeah,
you know
she went to school in Tanzania.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah.
You're claiming that. Okay. Cool. Okay. So Eminem, what's the what project from Eminem then?
Man, I think the lyrics he puts together is just phenomenal across his songs. I don't believe in everything he says. I don't believe in his lifestyle and a lot of things that he does as an individual, but I think he's very talented and gifted.
Okay.
So I take it all the way back to real Slim Shady.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Eminem over Jay-Z.
Yeah.
Of a Biggie, of a Park.
I think so.
Fair enough. Fair enough. No, I hear you. All right, cool. Let's see what else we got here. Favorite social media app? You know, you're an online guy, so which one? What's your go-to?
One. It's one I'm not really big on, but compared to like other socials, but Twitter.
Twitter?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
I like Twitter.
I like that too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it makes sense. Makes sense. Is there a reason why, or is it just very straightforward?
I think it's the only real social media app. the reason I say that is because
it's real, but it's also fake.
well, all of them are fake. Right? So,
true.
For example, on Instagram, like let's say you follow and look up to somebody like really big, right? And like they make a post and there's like 10,000 comments. Like if you comment there, like they're never gonna see it, right? The person you look up to.
Right.
But on Twitter, when that person tweets, there's maybe 3 or 4 comments underneath, right?
Yeah, you catch.
And so when you respond, like the likelihood of them reading it is way higher. And so there's like genuine, real back and forth interaction.
Yeah, the interaction is a lot better. 100%.
And so I've met a lot of incredible people just on Twitter, like even in the tech space here in the UK, and like I've got to meet them in person because of just responding to them on Twitter. And like, of course, first time they don't reply, like I just keep going. But I think it's the only real social.
I definitely hear that as well. Like the interaction part of it is definitely a lot easier.
Yeah,
you know, and especially when it comes to business and making things happen.
Yeah.
When someone sees you're genuine and you can see they're genuine as well. Yeah. It's a lot. It crosses all borders. Yeah. You know, and obviously like promotion, even like artists, like the way they promote their music on Twitter and stuff. Yeah. It's different from Instagram. Definitely. Instagram is just show, just smiling poses.
Vibes. Yeah.
vibes too. Yeah. Vibes too. All right, cool. Favorite city or country?
City
that you visited, I guess.
So obviously I've got love for Tanzania, so the country, that'd be first.
Yeah. What's your favorite city in Tanzania actually?
I mean, I'm from Dar es Salaam. Tanga and Dar es Salaam, so Dar es Salaam probably.
Okay.
So then a favorite city globally.
Yeah.
Outside of Africa.
That you've been to.
To be honest, okay, so this is new for me because I'm actually moving to London.
Hello. Welcome.
I'm moving to London. Welcome. Work up paper right now. But
listen, exclusive.
It definitely is exclusive. Nobody knows this. Yeah, it's like first time I'm saying this publicly. So I'm actually moving to London. Like the FCA here requires me to spend 180 days a year in the UK. Like electronic money license we're applying for, so that's why. Anyway, so and to spend more time with customers. But the city I think has the best diversity in the world is actually London.
100%. I have to agree with that.
It's incredible.
Compared to New York, a lot of people say New York is...
No.
Yeah, I guess New Yorkers are very proud anyway.
But I love New York City as like a place to hang and it's got way better weather than London. London weather sucks.
Yeah, that's the only thing.
Like,
New York is a lot better.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Really?
You actually have summer, bro.
Yeah, I mean here we have summer for like a week.
Yeah, bro, I was here for summer. I was wearing a jacket, bro.
Oh yeah, you were here. Yeah, you were here in August. Was it August?
Yeah, July, August. Yeah,
July, August.
I was literally in a jacket.
So we'll say London then.
I'll say London for its diversity. I would say New York for its nightlife. I would say Silicon Valley, like Palo Alto area for tech. And then for a really fascinating city, I would say Shanghai, China.
Shanghai. Yeah. Okay. China's really massive as well.
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah.
Okay, so what's the place that you haven't been but you want to go to, that you dream? Maybe holiday destination or business destination?
Colombia, actually.
Colombia? Yeah. Okay. Dope.
I just want to learn. You know? Like, I deal in mobile payments now, and it's like...
Is it big there?
No, but the history around like Pablo Escobar.
Oh yeah, of course.
I know it's really sad, and like some people really don't.
Did you watch Narcos?
I've not. I watched the movie, like all these other Medellin cartel movies. It's like 4 or 5 of them. But I think there's like a lot of sad stuff and then a lot of really interesting stuff that I want to learn about, like just from a curiosity perspective. And so I want to spend time in Colombia, just like around Medellin, like understand like how a lot of that happened. Because I mean, it's payments and is unfortunately still tied to a lot of drug trade globally. And like I just want to learn about like why and like what just so I'm just really curious to learn. And it's just from a learning perspective, I think it'd be fascinating to spend time in Colombia just to understand what happened. Yeah. Because
mobile money is really taken off in
East
Latin
Africa.
America.
Yeah.
Or is it not?
Well, in Latin America, you have like
taken over?
Bank. Yeah. It's more like card issuance. Mobile money is like Southeast Asia, China, and then East Africa is like the winners. No one beats East Africa's volumes.
Right. Yeah. Okay. That's dope. That's dope. Okay, then. Cool. I guess one more then.
Yeah.
Let's see what we got here. Do you drink?
No, I don't.
You don't drink, do you? No, I was gonna ask you favorite liquor, but that's out the window. That's out the window. Okay, all right, cool. So, I guess your dream investor or dream collaborator or
dream athlete to meet Cristiano Ronaldo, by far.
We'll get into that in a second. Actually,
okay.
I even forgot about that.
Yeah. Dream investor. Oh man, I gotta be careful. Listen, but I really love what Andreessen Horowitz are doing.
Okay.
A16Z. I think they've really changed the game of venture capital globally. And I really like how they look at companies, and they understand the importance of creating content and really building theses around what they're trying to do. I think they do it really, really well, and really try to support their portfolio companies. Dream collaborator. If I were to meet one music artist who's maybe not alive in real life, would be Michael Jackson.
Oh yeah, of course.
I think he was globally like one of the most
Ridiculous,
talented people in history ever.
Ridiculous. Before social media.
I think I think he's incredible.
Okay.
Incredibly blessed and talented.
Yeah, 100%. All right, cool. I guess that was quite fun.
Yeah.
That was quite fun. So why Man U?
Why Man United, man? I just love United, man. I've always loved United. My dad used to like United, so I'd watch a game or two with him, and I really got into it. And then I remember '99 season with the treble, and then when Ronaldo joined 2003. I'm a huge Ronaldo fan.
Right.
Like massive. If people follow me on Twitter, like I don't think I've missed a single game this season yet. But even if it's like 2 a.m. when I'm in San Francisco, I'll wake up and like watch the game. But yeah, like I think what I really like about Ronaldo is his work ethic, his drive, his ambition of and I think that you can see that hustle with his work that he puts in on the field. Like he really wants to win.
Off, yeah. I guess it's that thing of like natural talent. Well, like Messi versus Ronaldo.
Yeah.
Natural talent versus just hard work.
I got to respect them both. Yeah. I mean, my friends know I always, because I'm a Ronaldo fan, I'm like, Messi now. But Messi's super gifted, man.
Yeah,
like,
100%.
So much 100%. Natural talent there as well. But I mean, I'm sure they both work hard, right? They have to train to keep it up. But the consistency is what's really impressive. I think consistency is underrated.
Yeah. I know. I hear that. I definitely hear that. But now you're gonna be in London.
Yeah.
What's the London team then?
Oh man.
Because every United fan
has a London team
that is in London.
Yeah.
I don't understand that, first of all.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Yeah.
But then they all have a London team. I won't say who. I want to see what you say first. Every United fan generally has one London team.
I can't have a London team. I can't, no.
It's always Spurs. I don't know why.
It is?
Oh my gosh. I don't know why. There's nothing there. There's nothing there. I don't know why they love Spurs so much.
Oh man.
You know what I mean? They love.
You can't do Arsenal or Chelsea at all. Like,
well, I mean, Arsenal
fan.
Obviously because of the rivalry.
Yeah.
That one.
Yeah.
Chelsea, forget about it. And then Chelsea, I mean, they've now become a rival over the past 10 years, 12 years, whatever.
Yeah.
But I don't know why Spurs.
Yeah.
Support West Ham. West Ham, they're a good club. Everyone likes West Ham.
Got a nice stadium, so
everyone likes West Ham. Yeah. They're cool. They're easy. You know what I mean? Or who else? Crystal Palace.
Yeah.
They're cool.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're doing all right.
Nice.
Who's gonna win the league this season? Do you reckon?
Oh man.
And don't say United.
Because
if you guys don't win, I promise you, they're abuse. They're abuse.
I wish it's gonna be United, but as a United fan, I don't think so, man. I think it's gonna be between City or Chelsea.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think Chelsea will win it,
Yeah?
Yeah, man.
They've been on it. Who do you support?
I'm a Gooner. I'm an Arsenal fan.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
bro.
man.
You need prayers, bro.
Bro, listen. It's vibes too.
Yeah.
Look on the vibes.
Bro, you got like 20 more years till
even vibes get finished.
Top 5.
I know, man. It's tough. It's been tough, man.
Arsenal's the new Newcastle, man.
Bro, even Newcastle, if we're not careful,
Yeah.
Newcastle are gonna, because now Newcastle, potentially in the next 3 years, they're
Yeah.
competing for top 4.
Yeah, again?
I think, they'll be, if the money comes in like that, that's promised, and it will. I mean, 320 billion is ridiculous.
Yeah, it's nuts.
So if they spend right and they make the right decisions,
they
learn from Man City's mistakes and stuff, PSG's mistakes, they'll be up there, man.
Yeah.
And then we'll push Arsenal further back down. It's crazy, man. It's been a ridiculous 5 years.
Yeah.
I mean, we've still won trophies. Don't get me wrong.
Yo, man.
That's one thing people forget, you know.
Carabao Cup doesn't count,
bro.
fam.
We didn't won. We won. We won the FA Cup twice.
Against
we won it once with Arteta when he first came in.
Okay, yeah. That was flip.
You know what I mean? Community Shield. You know what I mean? You guys ain't won a trophy in a while. I'll be honest.
No, we won the Europa, right? With Zlatan.
That was like, 5 years ago? 4 years ago?
2016, no? Something like that.
I mean, if you compare it to the money you're spending.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, no, but it's going to be a good season, I think. It's going to be an interesting season this season.
You think Ronaldo's going to win the Golden Boot?
He's gonna be up there, definitely, man. He's gonna be up there, man. He's as you said. I think his work ethic, he outworks everyone. You know what I mean? Like, as they say, like, if hard work always beats talent, if talent doesn't work hard, you know. So I think he'd be up there.
Yeah.
You know, Harry Kane, he's finished. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what is going on there. You know what I mean? The only thing that Spurs have is Harry Kane, and he's done.
Yeah, and Son, right? Yeah.
Who else will be up there? I think Ronaldo will be up there.
Yeah.
Who else has been scoring goals?
Salah.
Salah and Mane. I think they'll be competing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah, they'll definitely be competing.
Yeah.
I think, but Ronaldo, he'll be in top 3, I think.
I think so.
Because right now he's definitely up. He's up there already, isn't it?
I think so.
You know, Mikel Antonio is another one that's killing it at West Ham.
Yeah.
He's up there. I think he's even Golden Boot right now. Or he's leading.
Wow.
I don't know.
Wow.
But yeah, all right, cool. Well, back to Nala then.
Yeah.
Just a quick one about business startups and working and being a founder. What's been your most humbling moment so far? Or like, you know, the moment you're like, damn, that was really a setback, or, you know, if you can share that.
Yeah, I mean, so many, man. I consistently getting rejected. You get rejected all the time as a founder from VCs, from people who like, for example, when we started Nala, everyone's like, okay, are you guys dumb? I was like, what do you mean? They're like, do you know World Remit exists, TransferWise exists, you know, so like there's 7
Wave,
whoever, like all these billion-dollar businesses exist and they're doing the same thing.
Yeah.
And I'm like, so when you hear that consistently, it can be really discouraging mentally. You're like,
100%.
Okay, cool. And like, you know, they're all well backed, like, you know, have hundreds of $1 millions to play with, to like, you know, compete, etc. And the way I look at it is, you know, yes, while they do exist, 87% of people who send money home still use physical stores, the Western Unions, the MoneyGrams, which is
really
nuts. Yeah.
87. So is that the older generation, I guess?
Yeah, the older generation for sure.
87.
Yeah.
Wow. Is that to Africa particular or just all over?
Global volume. Yeah. So if you look at volume, for example,
that is a lot of. Wow.
Yeah, if you take transfers as global volume in 1 year, it's barely 1% of Western Union's annual volume.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Because remember, there's digital and there's non-digital. Most people sleep on the non-digital. Non-digital still winners. They're massive.
So the Western Unions are still killing it.
Yeah, massively. And so, like, I mean, they're so big, right? And so, like, I spend time embarking, like, sitting outside the Western Union, like, you see East Africans going in, like, consistently in and out, older people. And like, I try to have a conversation like, hey, why? And like, someone's like, oh, well, I've known this shop for 15 years. I've been there, you know, whatever. So there's an element of trust that people have built there. And
I guess it's that thing of talking to someone.
Exactly.
You know, that whole thing of like a physical store, brick and mortar. I'm going to go in there, talk to someone. Yeah. There's more trust.
Yeah.
And if anything goes wrong, I know where to go.
Yeah. I think what's really interesting too is like 11% of our customers, Nala's the first digital app they've ever used for sending money home.
Okay.
Yeah. And so that was really fascinating to me. So we'll meet like some of these older people, like, you know, 63, 64 years old. And like I'm manually onboarding them and they're like, oh, why didn't this exist 3 years ago? I'm like, it's been around for a while. Yeah, or like 5 years ago, 10 years ago, could I have done this as well? I'm like, yeah, you could have. And so I think there's still massive opportunity there. For example, I was with the Kenyan ambassador last month, and he was telling me there's 312,000 registered Kenyans in the UK. And if that's registered. Like it's probably like 500K or whatever, like include unregistered people, right?
Yeah.
Like I don't even know if you're registered. Like, you know, like I don't even. I'm Tanzanian. I don't even know if I'm registered here. And like the Tanzanians told me there was 301,000 registered Tanzanians, right? And so if you just take Tanzania, Kenya, Ugandans, there's probably like 1.5 million East Africans just in the UK.
That are registered?
Yeah. No, just like in total.
In total, okay.
Maybe like 600,000 registered. Sorry, like 700 or 800,000 registered, but like the rest is like non-registered.
Yeah, wow.
Right? And so like there's a massive
and that's
population.
Just Uganda, Kenya, and Tanzania maybe. Yeah,
that's just those 3 countries, right? And so like, are they all using digital services? Are they all using digital? And then like, can we reduce the cost for people sending money home? Like the average FX markup that a lot of these companies charge is 3%, 3.6%, which is really high for a digital sender, right? So, you know, for example, $48 billion was sent to Africa last year. 3.5 billion was lost in fees.
Wow.
And like, you can use software and technology to reduce the cost. And that's what we're really trying to do, is like reduce the cost because the way I look at it, man, is like a lot of diaspora, like they sacrifice time away from their loved ones. They miss weddings, they miss funerals, they miss special moments with their family, and with this hope or that they're going to like be at an economic, like gain economic opportunity to support their loved ones back home, right? And it's powerful, it's really moving, and really motivates us to do the work that we do at Nala, because we know how much people are sacrificing to be here in the UK. And that for me is like, okay, if this money is getting lost in fees, how can we save money for people? How can we reduce the fees for people?
That's a big goal of yours.
Yeah, it's really important for me. And even for us as a company, that's why for us it's really important Africans are owners in Nala, right? And so we're trying to do a crowdfunding round in the UK for our company to like our customers, people who use Nala will be the first people given opportunity to own Nala.
Nice.
And that's what because it's a foundational principle of what we really believe in as a company and as a business. And so we want to offer that opportunity to our customers.
Right.
It's hard, it's complicated, but we're trying to figure it out, to make that happen. Because as Africans, we're always, people are always building services for us, and always ask, why can't we build services for ourselves?
You tell our own stories, do our own thing,
and
build Africa.
Exactly, and that's the whole premise.
Jeez, you see, I'm representing today.
That's the whole premise. Like, for example, here in the UK, we support African businesses. We do events at Kenyan restaurants, Ugandan restaurants, Ghanaian restaurants. We do. Our T-shirts are printed by a Kenyan here in the UK, and like we really try to make sure that it's a value that we carry throughout a lot of the work that we do as a company. Like, we are a diverse company. We are the way we look at it. We're an African company with a global team.
Yeah.
And what I think is really interesting about that is you get to bring global talent and people who've built digital banking services before with African talent. You bring them in the same room and something magical happens. And that's what I really believe in. So that's kind of how we build our company. And so back to your question on like, humbling moments, is like you get a lot of rejections and like that's tough, or you get people, even Africans out here, it's like, well, this company is giving me a 20 pound referral bonus, how much are you giving me? I'm like, nothing. They're like, okay, well, I'm not going to use it. I'm like, okay. And so like that can be tough, that can be frustrating, because like it's like, man, like if we had more money then we could do this. But like, all right, I think we can build better software. I think we have a better product.
I mean, how long has it been now? Less than a year, no?
Yeah, like 7-8 months. Yeah.
And like your product is already competing with the best. Yeah, no, 100%, 100%.
I'll let customers say it. I can't say it myself.
Yeah, no, 100%, 100%.
It's up there. And then I mean, other humbling moments is last time I was here in the UK. 2 days before leaving, I texted one of my buddies. I was like, hey man, I'd just love to meet some of our customers. And he's like, yeah, let's do something. So we do this event at, in Barking at a Kenyan restaurant. And I was expecting like 10 people to show up. And I get there, it's like a tiny room, it's an empty room. And it's just like me by myself setting up my laptop and everything. And this guy was helping us out. And, as the event starts to come in, people start to come in. And like, dude, by the end of the night, there was 60 people.
Wow.
And dude, like that was super humbling for me.
That's humbling in a nice
way. Like, man, I was just a little kid from Tanzania with big dreams, right?
Jeez,
and like seeing people in a country I don't know, like I'd have never lived in the UK before like that. And like seeing people come out to support us, like I was almost in tears, not gonna lie, man. I was like, man, like, and I was about to speak and I was like, yo, give me a minute. Because just seeing people just really come out to support us that way, like, and these are not just young people, these are like older people, 40s, 50s, 60s, and like who use Nala or friends use Nala, and like that really motivates us as a company, and that was really humbling for us to feel.
Wow. Yeah. I guess that when you put it like that, it must be like, obviously we speak about humbling moments in a negative way, but when you speak it like that, in a positive light, that's dope as well, man. That feeling must be amazing as well, like seeing people actually wanting to listen to you, wanting to be receptive to what you're bringing to the table. You know what I mean?
Like similar with the other night, when we did the event on Wednesday, I was like, in Tanzania, it's easier because I used to work in TV. Like, if I host an event, I know people will show up, like, fill out a room really easily. But like here in the UK, we're new, like nobody knows this and stuff. And still there's people who commuted 2.5 hours just to be there on Wednesday night, right?
Yeah.
And I'm just like, wow, like,
not even on a weekend.
On a weekday.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah.
And I'm like, wow, somebody left work early today just to be here tonight because they want to support Nala.
Wow.
And like that for us really motivates us as a company.
That's dope, man. That's dope, man. All the best, man. Honestly, like, we're here to support you, and now you're here as well.
Yeah.
Come on, bro. We got you, man. So, I mean, all the best with everything you're doing, man. It's such an amazing, idea. It's brave of you. It's brave of you. You know what I mean? To go out on a limb and say, fuck, like, let's just go for it. You know what I mean? Let's see what comes out of it, and just to keep pushing. Persistency as well, They say consistency and persistency is good business.
It's critical, yeah.
You know what I mean?
As they say,
so that's dope, man. That's dope, man. Just before we wrap up, obviously now the era of digital market, not digital marketing, digital currency.
Yeah.
What do you think of crypto? What's your
I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan of crypto. I think, and some people, I have to be careful how I say it, because like if a regulator sees it, they're gonna like get concerned. Big fan of crypto. I think what it creates is transparency and like trust in elements that need trust. And it helps reduce cost, which I really, really like.
Okay.
The challenge you have with African crypto is off ramp and on ramp. So like you can trade with crypto, but then bringing it back to local fiat or local currency is really expensive.
So that's the issue.
And so it's almost not worth playing with crypto, like if you're using it for money transfer, because it's slower and then it's more expensive at the end of the day to like bring it off ramp. But I'm a big believer in crypto. I want to see what we can do. Like as a team, we always have an eye open to like, okay, how can we like, if we can make people wealthier with crypto, like what does that look like? You know, so there are things that we think about that way. We're enabling a multi-currency account already later this year for people to hold Kenyan shillings, Ugandan shillings, Tanzanian shillings, Ghanaian
so like
shillings.
A wallet basically.
Yeah,
nice.
In the UK.
Nice.
And so you can like store value there, and like hopefully over time, maybe we might explore crypto, so you can trade crypto as well.
Okay.
You know, we're not sure we're going to do it yet, but like it's something that's on the exploration thing for us to see.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm bullish on crypto though.
Okay. Yeah. All right. I mean, speaking of what things that are coming up, what we got coming up like for Nala, and what are the ideas that you know in the near future that we can look forward to?
Yeah, so December 1st, we're going to be enabling a pilot in the United States.
Nice.
So that's crazy.
That's a big market.
Yeah, it's a big market.
Wow, that's big.
I'm excited, man. We've been working really hard on it. Like the team really, you know, our team, everything that you see today was built by 8 people.
Jeez.
Total.
Jeez.
Right? Because like every time people come, it's like, yeah, so like you have like what, 50 people on your team? Like,
yeah, I wish.
Like, yeah, exactly. Like, or like somebody like will message on like customer support and then they'll see me respond and they're like, oh,
is it really you?
Yeah. Is this you, or is like somebody using your name on the chat? And because we're so small, and so we're like, all right, you know, obviously now we have to grow the team and so on. So we're enabling the US very soon. We're enabling multi-currency accounts. And then, you know, a few other projects we're trying to do is we're exploring one project, which is send now, pay later.
Okay.
Which is
that's big here already.
Yeah,
that's a big thing.
We're trying to see, because like what we notice is, and it's really sad stories, you find like this. Like this lady I met, she was 61 years old. She's a nurse here in the UK. She has 3 kids back in Kenya. And she's telling me every single month, I always send on the 26th after my salary. Like I'm supporting my kids. But my son got really sick. And like on the 14th, I was like, you can see my behavior. I'm always sending money anyway. Can you front me the money? I promise I'll pay back. Right. And so that's one of the ideas we're exploring, like seeing if we can do that.
Okay. That's a dope idea.
And then the big one that we're really trying to work on is to send money the other way around.
Okay. From like Africa to here.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that requires licensing, which we're working on as we speak.
Yeah.
But that licenses in some markets can take 6 months, in some markets take a year and a half.
Damn.
But we believe like if we can get that over, that I think people start sending more money because they know they can get it back.
Yeah.
And like for people even like you, people who are trying to pay for stuff, it's like, pay this Kenyan bank account, and when I come to Kenya, I'll pick it up, you know, and it's like frustrating.
It makes it life a lot easier for the people.
Yeah. So we're trying to see how we can flip it around the other way.
Those are dope, man. Those are dope, man. I mean, all the best of luck with all that, man.
Thank
you know
you.
what I mean? We're here for you. We got you.
Thank you,
You know what I mean? And especially like the American people, whoever's listening, shout out to Benjamin, man. You know what I mean? He'll onboard you himself. You know,
I personally onboarded him. It was
you did. Yeah,
the first 150 users, I got on a Zoom call one-on-one, and I would onboard them. Like, all right, give me your feedback. Be blunt. Be honest. Like, what don't you like? What do you like?
Are you thinking to do that similar thing with the Americans?
Yeah, same thing.
Yeah. Okay.
Probably do it for like 20 people though.
It's a lot of work, isn't it?
It is. It's a lot of hours.
To everyone,
yeah, planning schedules, planning everything. Yeah.
All right, man.
Yeah.
I mean, thank you for your time, Benjamin.
Yeah.
Honestly, it's been real.
Yeah.
Getting to know you, getting to know more about the business.
Thank
you know what I mean? What you've done is amazing, and what you plan to do is even greater. You know what I mean? All the best of luck. God's blessings are upon you, man. Keep going, man. Keep going, man. It's amazing. Thank you guys so much for locking in, man. I hope you enjoyed that show. You know what I mean? Don't forget, like, share, subscribe, and all that. What did they say? Like, share, subscribe, share.
Yeah, subscribe to my channel.
Nah. Nothing serious, just vibes. Don't forget, we have the Mambuzuri Kenyan Excellence Awards coming up. You know what I mean? We'll let you know when the actual awards are, the physical awards, but you can still nominate people on mambuzuri.com. The link will be on there, so just go check that out. Nominate your friends, your family, people you want to honor, people you want to give their flowers to. You know what I mean? That's one thing we want to.
I love that.
That's what we want to do that for. You know, people that are here, people that are abroad, people like in the diaspora specifically. But just nominate people on mambuzuri.com. And then also don't forget, we have the Mambuzuri merch coming soon. Ikikombe ya chai, ya shosho.
Yeah.
Made in Kenya as well. You know what I mean? We've still got the Fine Margins hat as well. So yeah, man, support your own, man. Look after your own. So until next time, peace. Thank you so much, bro. Appreciate that, man.